In the shadowy corners of the ancient Near East, a collection of texts emerged that would shape the course of human civilization for millennia. The Hebrew Bible, a vast and intricate anthology, stands as a testament to the complex tapestry of human history, culture, and religion. Its narratives, penned in the ancient languages of Hebrew and Aramaic, weave a story that spans from the creation of the world to the return of the exiles from Babylon. This video delves into the language of the Old Testament, the diverse styles of Hebrew narrative, and the profound impact these texts have had on Western culture. The term Old Testament has long been a point of contention. For centuries, it has been the default term in Christian contexts, evoking a sense of continuity and, at times, supersessionism, the idea that the Christian New Testament supersedes the Jewish Old. However, the academic world has increasingly favored the term Hebrew Bible, a neutral and secular alternative that avoids implying any adverse judgment on Judaism. This shift in terminology reflects a broader effort to approach these texts from a more objective and respectful perspective, recognizing the diverse religious and cultural backgrounds of those who study and interpret them. The language of the Hebrew Bible is primarily Biblical Hebrew, a member of the Semitic language family. This family includes languages like Arabic, Aramaic, and the ancient tongues of the Levant, such as Ugaritic, Phoenician, and Moabite. Biblical Hebrew, with its 22-letter alphabet primarily indicating consonants, presents unique challenges for readers. In ancient times, vowels were not indicated, making the text initially difficult to decipher. However, the predictability of Hebrew vowels and the context in which words appear often made reading possible. Over time, a system of vowel points, known as the Masorah, was developed to ensure the accurate transmission of the text's pronunciation. This system, though much later than the original texts, is generally reliable, preserving the traditions of Hebrew reading and pronunciation. Aramaic, another Northwest Semitic language, also plays a significant role in the Hebrew Bible. While distinct from Hebrew, Aramaic was widely used in the ancient Near East, particularly in the first millennium BCE, when it became a lingua franca. The books of Ezra and Daniel contain passages in Aramaic, reflecting the multilingual nature of the ancient world and the influence of Aramaic on Jewish communities. The use of Aramaic in these texts underscores the dynamic and evolving nature of the Hebrew Bible, which incorporated elements from various linguistic and cultural contexts. The narrative style of the Hebrew Bible is as diverse as its content. More than a third of the text is in prose, a form that stands in contrast to the verse epics of classical Greek and Mesopotamian literature. The narratives of the Hebrew Bible are not just historical accounts. They are stories that blend history, legend, and theological reflection. The book of Genesis, for example, begins with the creation of the world and the stories of Adam and Eve, Noah and the flood, and the Tower of Babel. These narratives set the stage for the history of Israel, tracing the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and culminating in the story of Joseph, which transitions into the Exodus narrative. The Exodus narrative, found in the books of Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, recounts the journey of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt to their wanderings in the wilderness and their eventual arrival at the Promised Land. This period is marked by the leadership of Moses, a figure of immense importance in Jewish and Christian tradition. The narrative continues with the conquest of the Promised Land, as detailed in the book of Joshua, and the subsequent establishment of a system of tribal leaders known as judges, as described in the book of Judges. The monarchy period, chronicled in the books of Samuel and Kings, marks a significant shift in the narrative. The rise of kings like Saul, David, and Solomon brings a new level of political and religious complexity. The kingdom of Israel, however, eventually splits into two: the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah. The narrative of the Hebrew Bible often emphasizes the importance of Judah, a theological and ideological choice that reflects the perspectives of the text's authors and editors. The Babylonian exile, a pivotal moment in Jewish history, is chronicled in the books of Kings and Chronicles. The fall of Jerusalem and the subsequent exile to Babylon are portrayed as divine punishment for the sins of the people. However, the narrative also holds out the possibility of return and restoration, a theme that resonates throughout the Hebrew Bible. The books of Ezra and Nehemiah, along with the book of Esther, focus on the return from exile and the reconstruction of Jewish life in Jerusalem under Persian rule. The diversity of styles within Hebrew narrative is evident in the different approaches to storytelling. The narratives in Genesis, for example, are often characterized by their mythic and symbolic elements, while the Exodus narrative is more historical and detailed. The books of Samuel and Kings, on the other hand, provide a more complex and nuanced account of political and religious life, often highlighting the moral and theological implications of the actions of kings and prophets. The Book of Chronicles, an alternative account of the same period, offers a more idealized and theologically driven perspective, emphasizing the importance of the Davidic monarchy and the temple in Jerusalem. The impact of the Hebrew Bible on Western culture is profound and far-reaching. Its narratives have shaped the religious and ethical values of Judaism and Christianity, influencing literature, art, and philosophy. The stories of the Hebrew Bible have been retold and reinterpreted countless times, becoming a part of the collective consciousness of Western civilization. From the creation story in Genesis to the moral teachings of the prophets, the Hebrew Bible continues to resonate with people of diverse backgrounds, offering insights into the human condition and the search for meaning. In conclusion, the Hebrew Bible is a rich and complex collection of texts that has left an indelible mark on the world. Its narratives, written in the ancient languages of Hebrew and Aramaic, provide a window into the history, culture, and religious beliefs of ancient Israel. The diversity of its narrative styles and the depth of its content continue to inspire and challenge readers, making it a timeless and enduring work of literature.